Hey Trooper, and welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. You do get a little bit of extra love if you do subscribe and you comment in the comment sections now and then, and you give a thumbs up on the videos now and then. Like, of course it's not a requirement, but you do get a little bit of extra love. If you're new here, I will give a quick introduction. We have Wednesdays We Work, Friday Fun and Sunday Scare. My channel is mainly about gaming, but I also have this Wednesdays We Work where we are working towards goals and dreams of any kind. Right now, as the title says, it's very focused towards health, and a part of that is a weight loss journey. For me, this means that I'm trying to build a lot of healthy routines and healthy habits. I'm hoping that this will result in me getting healthier in the future. I'm trying to do it in a way that is healthy for the mind and also for the body. I'm also doing studies in 3D, 2D and Japanese because I do believe that I will be able to utilize that in the future for different things. And of course, my biggest dream and passion right now, working towards YouTube, hoping that I will be able to work with this in the future and also being able to do a lot of other projects and dreams in the future. And so with introduction out of the way, we will just go into this video. In this week's video of Wednesday's Work will be a little bit simple again. Just a little bit of a simple morning routine, washing my face, putting on a little bit of moisturize, a little bit of mascara and brushing my crazy long eyebrows. And I haven't really prepared a lot for this video. I kind of went to bed last night and realized, dude, it's Monday tomorrow, you haven't planned anything for this video. I did have an idea of what I wanted to do for this video. I did mention it in the last episode, and I said that in this week's video I would do a body comparison again because it's been a very long time. I did one in the beginning and then I've been postponing it a bit because it's been December and Christmas and everything, and that has just made me very bloated, and I felt that didn't really justify the journey I've been on so far. But I did feel now that it's kind of time. I'm a little bit closer again to like being really back on track with my journey. I also did measure my body and I do have a little bit of an update. I'm trying to go through it in my head because this time I actually haven't written anything down. I don't have any notes that I'm looking at like I have had in the last 3 episodes at least. So now I'm really trying to wing it and go with flow of this video. That kind of rhymed. So I'm gonna try and keep it a bit short, and I'm gonna try to keep this a bit simple. A little bit of an update of everything. The wobbliness is still kind of gone. In the last video I talked about how my health has gotten better. The wobbliness has kind of disappeared, but yesterday it kind of came back, and I do kind of believe that it has a bit to do with my neck or something. Because yesterday when I started to get a little bit stiff again, I kind of felt a tiny wobbliness, like not the same amount that I had like just a couple of weeks ago, but I felt a little bit, just a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe I will have to also try and do a little bit more stretching into my daily habits. It also felt like my wobbliness just kind of disappeared when I also did a workout, so it was like something happened and then it disappeared, and now something happened again and maybe it's a little bit stiff again or something, and then it's a little bit back, but it's not as much. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I'm really gonna keep an eye on that. But otherwise, I do feel a lot better. I have tons of energy. I feel really good. I do really believe that my routines are working very well for me. I've still been keeping to my sleeping schedule. Like, I don't go to sleep at exactly this minute. I do have this time of the day when I am going to bed and I'm starting to fall asleep, and I do a little bit of like reading manga or reading something and looking a little bit at the phone, and then I fall asleep. It's like around the same area of time. And then in the morning I always wake up like 10-15 minutes after 8, and this last week I've really started working hard on my morning routines and habits. So I've started to get up quicker in the morning, and that feels really good. So I do think that's also a little bit of a giving factor to me having more energy and feeling a little bit more positive and go attitude. And last week I also tried to keep my workouts a little bit more consistent. Of course, consistency means that I would now continue doing this week and the week after that, and continuing doing it for a longer time. But I got into that mindset a little bit more last week, and I've tried to really keep a hold of that mindset and keep doing it. Of course, it might be a challenge in the future when I do get to those times when you lose energy and you might not feel as positive and up and going as I felt last week. But I will of course try and rise to the challenge and keep going. I'm also working towards a lot of mindfulness and realization of, like, a lot of things has to do with perspective, a lot of things has to do with attitude, and a lot of things has to also do with not connecting with your thoughts and feelings. Like being able to acknowledge my thoughts and feelings, but maybe not always react and act on it and connect with it. It's of course not good to completely disconnect from your feelings and emotions and everything. It's really good to feel these things. But depending on situations and depending on what these emotions are and what your thoughts are, it can be good to be able to not connect with them in certain moments. My example in this is for my own sake in the mornings. Like, my thoughts in the morning are a lot of those very classical, God, I'm tired, and God, it's hard to get up in the morning, and oh my God, I feel so tired, and like a lot of those thoughts, and then my emotions with that thought is the fact that I do feel like how tired I am just when I wake up, and about 10-15 minutes I continue to feel a bit like groggy and like so tired. But then after those 10-15 minutes I quite quickly start to snap out of it, and I do get more and I awaken more. And what I've then been trying to work with is the whole fact of, since I don't have a job right now and I don't really have that set schedule of you need to be at this place at this time. I need to learn to be my own boss, and I need to learn how to manifest and take all of this very seriously. And so far I've at least managed to start getting up quicker in the morning. Not connecting with my thoughts, not connecting too much with my feelings, not connecting with all of that in the morning, just starting to move the body, like sitting up in bed and slowly getting my legs down on the floor. A little bit that whole attitude of just do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. It's basically that. Don't connect to your thoughts, don't connect to your emotions. Get up. Just do it. Like, just move. So that's basically what I've been working on this last week, and I'm gonna continue to work on it because a little bit depending on the morning. I'm slower in some mornings and I've been very quick some mornings. I have yet to manifest really like I am my own boss, this is my future, this is going to happen. I think it's definitely getting there. As with so many routines and habits, it takes a lot of time to really work in them, but as you're starting, they will gradually grow on you. Slowly but surely, I will be getting up faster and faster in the morning. I will enjoy the whole process of, okay, not staying in bed, I will enjoy getting up. We will jump into the body comparison, and I will talk a little bit over as we watch that. So a little bit of a disclaimer for people who might not enjoy people standing half naked in front of the camera and showing their body. Like, I'm standing in a sports bra and some bicycle shorts and like trying to assess my body from different angles and how it looks and where muscles has been built and where my fat is still quite a lot. I'm not doing it as a, oh my God, I hate my body, oh my God, it's so ugly. No, I'm just assessing it, I'm seeing where I am in my journey so far. Because it is a very long journey and I'm learning a lot through this journey. If you follow my series so far, here you have a link to my series if you would want to try and watch it from the beginning. If you have watched my journey so far, you do know that there's been a lot of learning and a lot of different tools that you can utilize in these kinds of journeys when you're gonna try to lose a bit of weight but also build muscles and also try to learn about all of the different things that comes with health and everything. So still a disclaimer for those who really doesn't want to watch this. I'm gonna try and put here approximately what time you can jump to skip this part where I am assessing my own body. Just jump to this time and skip this whole section where I am standing in front of the camera and showing off muscles and looking at where my fat is more apparent and so on and so on. So here from week 42-44 to week 7, you can see quite a big difference. You will have to pause though, because I am sorry that the two first ones are very wobbly and all over the place. But if you do pause, you can see quite a big difference. From week 46 to week 7, it's not the biggest differences, but if you do look closer on like details of form and details of shadow showing muscle growth, details of maybe fatty areas, then you might see, at least I see, a lot more differences. And when I'm flexing different muscles, I can see that my shoulders and biceps have grown quite a lot. Even my triceps has grown a lot. Like, I would say muscles all over the body has grown a lot. Now it's more a matter of having fat areas, and here I am assessing different areas where we typically store a lot of fat. For me, it's a lot around the stomach, also a lot in the boobs, and underneath the arms is a typical area where I store quite a lot of fat. I have a little bit less around my neck nowadays, so you can see my jaw a little bit better nowadays. And then the love handles, and especially for me, the inside of the thighs is a big area where I store a lot of fat. Goes around underneath the butt, towards the outside, towards the hips. But you can see when I'm flexing that it's also a bit more muscles on the thighs. And when my muscles has grown also and the body has been formed, I would also say like you can kind of see more of where the fatty areas are. It's like the areas become a little bit more prominent. But at the same time, it's like when I look at my hips, it's not as prominent as before. The shadowing has evened out, and even if I know that there is a lot of kilos that needs to be lost in my case, like around 10 kilos, I am assuming that I do have just in fat around my body. It does make sense that it will be quite a lot of fat in different areas. The fat in the area where I'm squeezing right now is also a typical area where you usually store quite a lot of fat. It has become a lot less though than before. And then we also have the bread rolls on the back. They look worse when you do wear a bra or a sports bra because it presses down on them so much. Makes them look even more like thick. But when you take off the bra and everything, it doesn't look as bad. And the cookie pouch is also a typical place that is very difficult and slow to lose the fat from. I can still squeeze quite a lot of fat in that area, but it's not as bad. Like as it was in the beginning, it's a lot less than it is now. My butt is also an area where I usually have quite a lot of fat, but when I'm squeezing it nowadays, when I'm like feeling my own ass, it does feel more like muscles nowadays than just fat. And when I look in the mirror, it's also a bit more like round and nice. It's not just fat. Oh, and here I'm also showing how my posture is nowadays. I've been working very hard like with getting away my gaming neck, my typical bird neck that I had a lot when I was younger. So I've been working hard on posture and like the muscles in that area that actually lifts you up a little bit more and forms the neck and muscles. And here, look at my calves. They are the most impressive shadows right now. Just imagine those shadows like on the rest of my body when I start to lose fat. And here I'm trying to show you my biceps and triceps. It's a lot more form, but I'm very pale and it's very bright, I'm sorry. So okay, I would say that a lot of progress has been made, like in many different ways. Like it was quite a big difference from the body in the beginning to how it is now. And I'm gonna put some measurements here. It was quite a while ago since I also did measurements. And the measurements has gone up a little bit. I'm not sure if it is because of some fat or if it is because of a lot of water bloating. It could be both, or it could just be water bloating. I have no idea actually. I just have a basic scale. I don't have anything that can kind of tell me how much fat I actually have in my body. And when you get a little bit of water bloating in your body, it's also hard to tell. It's a little bit hard to tell I haven't really learned how to tell if it's fat or if it's water bloating that I see. Last week I was very consistent and very good with my workouts and did push a little bit extra hard, and I have been like sore in my muscles the whole week. If I am still continuing to build muscles, we have the fact that would make me stand still or gain a little bit of weight, and also when pushing a little bit extra and working out more consistently, etc, etc. And I've also been trying to drink a lot more water than I've been doing before. With that, my guess is that not only have maybe my muscles retained a little bit more water, I have also probably gone up a bit in like water weight overall, like throughout my body. I decided to also start writing down on a calendar that I have on my door, to write down when I'm feeling like different things in my body, like health-wise and also just body-wise overall. So from time to time I do get a little bit of tender boobs, and I've decided then to write down that right now I do have tender boobs and for how many days do I have, and that way if I continue to write these things down I can maybe find some kind of pattern that okay, I do every 4th week have tender boobs and the feelings of cravings, etc, etc. Or maybe it's every 5th week or every 6th week. Like, I don't know the pattern yet because I have not been writing down these things so far. So that might also be a helpful tool. Like I did now at the same time that my weight has gone up, have a bit of tender boobs. So it might be a sign that some kind of hormone and stuff has been going on in my body, and I'm hoping it's because of that. When my body then fluctuates again back towards maybe more normal, I will maybe see a little bit more weight loss. But at the same time, I'm now also going to be more consistent with my workout and push a little bit extra hard and utilize all of this energy that I'm feeling like I'm having, and that might again mean that the scale weight will be standing still. So it's like for this week's scale weight is exactly the same as last week. I slowly went down a little bit, but then I went up again, and then it's back at the exact same place that it was last week. Which is in one sense not a bad thing, but we did see in the body comparison that I still have like excess fat that I need to work on. So the journey just continues. I did not hit my very first goal of 75 kilos in 3 months, because I am still at 77 kilos. The furthest down I have gotten according to scale weight is 75.9. So the first goal didn't happen at the set time, and probably the second goal will. So then the second goal will probably also not happen, 70 kilos at 6 months. But still, we are not going to look at it in a negative way. Like, this journey so far has shaped my body a lot. As I said also in the last video, I feel so much stronger, and I can really feel more muscles, and in the comparison we can also see a bit more definition of muscles. Even if it's just small, it's still there, and more so I can feel it a lot. So the journey so far has really shaped my body, and also overall I do feel like I have more energy, and working out gives me more energy. So getting more and more into the enjoyment of working out and all of the benefits that comes with working out is really beneficial and a good thing. Per usual, I said it was going to be a short episode, and I hope I managed to hard edit everything so that it is now a kind of short episode. So no matter what, if you're still here by the end of this video, I thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you did enjoy this video or anything in the video, please press the thumbs up button for love and support. And if you're new here and you did enjoy this, you have the subscribe button right there, or the subscribe button underneath the video right down there, and the notification bell button if you do want notifications on when my videos are coming out. I also do post on Twitter and Instagram when my videos are coming out, or any other update that might be going on in my life, and some other fun stuff from my daily life. And then per usual, we have Friday Fun and Sunday Scare coming out this week. Depending on how much I'm able to edit, there might be 2 episodes or 3 episodes or even 4 episodes. That's a very rare occasion, but you never know. For Friday Fun, we're going to continue on Zelda Link's Awakening, and for Sunday Scare, I am still editing a lot of Amnesia Rebirth or Phasmophobia. So if you do enjoy watching a lot of gameplay, do watch some of those videos. And for these videos, Wednesdays we work, I will see you in the next video next Wednesday. Until then, have a great week and stay strong, trooper.